So. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Kylie. Urania, welcome. Paul. Who else do we have? Make yourselves known in the chat. Anthony, Tim, Mobe, Kathleen, Iraklis. I'm getting old. I can't see, so I need to. Nick, Maria, hello. Urania, Pablo is here with me. Great. Katerina, Iliona, Costadina, Thomas. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Okay, so while we're waiting, I would love you to start telling us where you are dialing in from and why did you join this webinar. So number one question, where you're calling in from and what are you hoping to get out of today? Why are you here? Yes, Nina, Urania. Yes, Nina, teaching us how to call you. Let's do this. Vina, hello. Anastasia and a kiss. I love that. Anthi, hello everyone. Hola, we've got somebody from Spain, maybe. London, yay. Paul from UK. Yes, Berkshire, hoping to get the why behind purpose. Wow, Connecticut, USA, woohoo. Greece, Volos, woo! Thessaloniki, Greece, inspiring thoughts. Crete, Thessaloniki, inspiration, motivation. Hello from Zurich. Hello, Sarita. Cardiff, Megan, Spain. Woo! Greece, educate myself about purpose. Fantastic. London, inspiration and a sense of direction. Yes, Platon, you need to go on the chat, not on the Q&A. Maria, Sligo, Ireland. Wow, I've never heard of that. Now I want to know where that is. Curious about purpose. Welcome on board. Welcome on board, guys. So glad. So let me start slowly presenting. So welcome to Eudaimonia and my webinar on purpose. Athens, find my purpose in order to change career. Yes. Platon, you are in the right place. Welcome. We're going to do some housekeeping. So thank you for making it very obvious and showing us in practice where we should be typing our chats and where we should be typing our questions in a moment. So let me try and make this work. Can you all see the slides? Give me a yes if you can. Yes, if you want to connect with me while we're still here. These are my handles, or you can point your mobile phone towards the screen, see if those QR codes work at all. Welcome. Yes, yes. Excellent, excellent. So I want you to get your pens and your pads because you're going to learn a lot today. And I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to get you straight into it. So today, I will debunk the most common myths that are holding you back from finding your purpose. And I will share my own story of how I found purpose and really show you through my story a simple yet powerful model to pinpoint your own purpose and really give you a sneak peek of the tried and tested methodology I use with my clients so that they can find their purpose too and design a fulfilling career. And I will give you access to a very special offer I have for you. And finally, whoever stays till the end will get a bonus. And that bonus looks like this. You're going to get the purpose cheat sheet that my clients use in order to help them find purpose at work. So stay till the end, okay? We're going to be keeping an attendee list. Now, a few of the housekeeping rules, as I promised: no mobile phones unless you are joining from a mobile phone. Let's be here and let's be present for a change. This is not a work meeting, so let's make sure that you are here. Now, I want you to keep your questions for the end. You don't have to keep them inside of you till the end, but I want you to go where the chat is, where you were typing before, and you can see a little message, like a little bubble that says write message, and next to it, there is a question mark that says ask question. So if you do have a question that comes up for you, don't wait till the end and you forget it. Drop it there, and then Feña can take care of it, and we'll bring it up in the end so that I can answer your questions. Okay, are we clear on that? Can you see on the chat there's a little bubble that says write message and a question mark. This is for the questions, which I will pick up at the end. Give me thumbs up if you do have them. Otherwise, put a little yes so that I know that you are here. Excellent. Thank you very much. And of course, I want you to participate in the chat, as you have already seen how it works, and in the polls, and show me your energy through the chat. Is that okay? Give me a thumbs up if that's clear. If not, give me a question mark, and then we will answer it and clarify it now for you. Excellent. Lots of thumbs up. I love that. Awesomeness. So, as I will be spending the next 1 hour with you, is it okay if I introduce myself? Give me a wave. Hello, Cece. Hello, Christine. Give me a wave, or give me a yes. Excellent. Thank you. So, I won't be boring. After a decade in business consulting, I found myself pretty burnt out, miserable. I was stuck, lost, and pretty much lacking direction in my career. Has anyone in here ever felt in this way? Doesn't have to be now, but have you ever felt in this way? Let me know. Yes. Thank you for being honest with us, guys. It's okay. It happens to all of us at some point in our careers, right? This is the reality. Thank you for your honesty. So after a long hesitation and drama, I quit. And I don't recommend all of you to do that, okay? It's just I didn't know what else to do at the time. And I guess I quit with a presumption that I will re-architect my career. That was the plan. But I didn't really have a plan B. And boy, it took me 18 long, frustrating months trying to figure out this damn thing called purpose, okay? With no help, because I was too proud. I was very much ashamed of what was happening to me, and a lot of ego. That was my existential crisis going on, right? And I was judging myself and all of that. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is that it does not have to be this way for you. I do not want you to suffer alone in case you're going through this, or if you know somebody who you love that's going through it, they don't have to suffer on their own. Eventually, I found my purpose, and you'll know my story through the TEDx. You can see me here on the left. I'm not going to bore you with that. And I founded my company, Eudaimonia, which is welcoming you here today. And since then, I had the honor to serve many people on an identical journey, trying to find purpose and also impact bigger audiences through corporate and training gigs. You can see some of them on the right here. Now, I want you to imagine a world where nobody can shortchange you from your full potential. If you know and live by your purpose, no employer can take away and trade your confidence for a security or a salary. What do I mean by that? You will have the confidence to know you are enough right now to choose the career you want, wherever you may be in your career. Now, eudaimonia is an ancient Greek word, and it means fulfillment. That's the translation, I guess. So I chose this word for my company. And this really ultimately translates more poetically to what I call human flourishing. So this is the world I want to create with Eudaimonia. A world where flourishing is a birthright bestowed upon everyone. So that's why you're here. And hopefully, once you learn a little bit more about purpose, I want you to promise me that you will share what you know with the rest of the world. Will you promise me that? Give me a yes if you're here. Excellent. Thank you. Right. So a little bit more about Eudaimonia. So my why is to democratize human flourishing. Now you know that. What I do, I empower time-starved yet ambitious professionals to realize their full potential, from finding their purpose all the way to designing and architecting a fulfilling career. How do I do it? Through my coaching programs, we unfold purpose step by step, consistently removing any obstacles that are stopping you from being able to experience the immense joy, success, and impact through your work. And why it works? Well, it took me and my clients who trusted me 6 years to refine my proven method that helped over 200 plus clients find purpose, and I want to share it with you today. So are we ready? Give me a yes if you are. Thumbs up or high fives or yes, they're coming through. Excellent. You can put a Y as well and then just to make it easier. Thank you. Cool. But hey, that's enough about me. I am curious about you. In what way though? So I want to know, which mindset do you actually have at work? And this exercise is from Dan Pontefract. And he actually says that there's 3 mindsets in which we may find ourselves at any one point in terms of how we relate to our work. So we're looking at this point in time, okay? Not tomorrow, not yesterday, not in general. We all have work ethic, we all have values, but sometimes our relationship to our work changes, our mindset towards our work changes. And this is absolutely natural, by the way. We all outgrow our roles at some point, and it's nature's process, okay? And it comes really from our innate need to grow. And there is no shame into this. Wherever you may be, this poll is anonymous, by the way. So let's see where you guys are currently. But what do I want to know? 3 mindsets. Do you have the job mindset, which is a paycheck mentality, right? You clock in and you clock out, performing your duties in return for compensation, nothing much more. And that's okay. I've been there and I put my hand up. Career mindset now is when you are focused on increasing or advancing your salary, title, power, team size, or sphere of control. And this is good. Yeah, this works in the corporations. And this is exactly how our career paths are being designed by the industries, right? And there is a 3rd type of mindset where if you are in this mindset, you're feeling passionate, innovative, committed, and having an outward looking focus on serving the broader organization or key stakeholders that you're serving, right? And it happens so that your professional purpose feels very much aligned with your personal purpose. So these are the 3 mindsets, and I would love us to vote on the poll if we can get this going. Give us a few moments. Excellent. Can you guys now see the 3 options? Job, career, or purpose? Let's see what's going on. Has everybody voted? Let me see. Oh, it's moving. We've got 10 more people to vote. Tell us where you are. 8 more people to go. Still deciding. It's just a snapshot in time. It's not where you want to be. It's where you are now. A few more to go. 4 more to go. Do you have any more movement? No? Okay, I think we're ready to end the voting. So let's see the results. Where are we? Share the results. Can we all see the results? Give me a yes if you can. Yes, we can. No. Oh, okay. Now, yes, we can start seeing some yeses. Excellent. So we've got quite a good balance actually today, which is wonderful. So we've got the majority being in a sphere and a mindset where we are pursuing advancing our salary, our title, power, team size, and sphere of control. Slightly followed by purpose and job mindset. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing and participating. And no wonder you guys are here. You are interested in pursuing purpose, right? And I just want to say that wherever you may be today, you can still pursue personal and professional purpose along the way. Okay. So nothing is absolute in here, as you can see. If you haven't clocked that, you now know. Okay. So let's go back to the slides and let me now start delivering my promise to you. So I promise that I will tell you what the deadly myths about purpose are that are stopping you from actually tuning into it. So let's see. A lot of people say that purpose is actually complex, and this is not true. Purpose is so simple. You'll see, I'll simplify it so much that you'll tell me, Christina, this can't be possible, right? But it is simple. It's not easy though. So I'm not saying it's easy, it's simple. But I will show you a model to understand its components. So hold on with this one. We'll come back to that, okay? The other myth that goes on, which is totally erroneous, is that purpose takes long to figure out. Well, just one of my clients' case studies took as little as a month and a half to find out her purpose. So, it is actually possible. It's just about following the process. Another lie about purpose is that it's a pure coincidence to come across it at work, right? And I can tell you that thanks to the trust and commitment of my clients, we have actually proven a tried and tested method that helps you choose a career that feels right for you and maximizes your potential. You don't need to rely on your good luck anymore. I wish, but no. And because I have made finding purpose a step-by-step process that anyone can follow. And I'll show you exactly how I've done that. Now, the other thing that keeps going around, which annoys the hell out of me, is that purpose is synonymous to goals, career goals. Well, it's not. Purpose is the basis, okay? It's a foundation, your reason why for your goals. So goals are the results that you want to achieve because of your purpose. Is that clear? Give me a yes. I hope it's clear. So purpose is your why, result is your what. Excellent. Thank you, guys. The other myth that's going on is that purpose is passion. No, it's not. Your passion gives you fuel and motivation, but purpose is so much more than just passion. And purpose encompasses duty, dedication, contribution, as well as discipline. Okay, so purpose is much, much bigger, and you'll see in a moment how much bigger that is from passion. Another one is that purpose is this one thing you need to find in your life, and then you'll solve all the problems that you ever had with your career. No. Purpose is not one role. It's not one right career path. It's not an industry. It's your honest truth in the now. So purpose is something you tune into. It's not the answer to everything. It's not a panacea. It's not the answer to everything that you're looking for. It can have many facets. So purpose can have many, many facets, and you can find it in almost every profession you choose. And I'll give you an example. My Italian client calls me La Maestra, and if we've got any Italians in the crowd, you will know that it means teacher. And he's right. I could be a teacher in a school, in a company. I'm obviously doing my coaching one-to-one. I'm doing group webinars like this one today, but you could plonk me on the moon. Anywhere you put me, I will be teaching something meaningful around purpose. So it really doesn't matter what industry you put me in. I'll find a way to do what I'm great at, what my purpose is. Okay, so think of purpose as the most versatile thing. It's your truth. And of course, finally, purpose. People think purpose is owed. What do I mean by that? That purpose really is not something that your employer or somebody else needs to give to you. It's not something like, oh, my employers need to motivate me, need to give me the answers, and need to help me with this. You earn it. Purpose is something you earn by discovering yourself. So who is ready to discover themselves a little bit more? Give me a yes in the chat so that I can see you. Give me some energy. Yes, it's coming through. Awesomeness. So, as I said, when I quit, 18 painful months followed of frustration and a lot of disorientation. And I decided to go home to Japan. You can see I'm half Japanese, and guess what? Despite being home, I was actually a very unhappy girl, and I was not very easy to be around to, according to my parents. I believe them. So my mom really felt for me one day, and she said, "You haven't found your Ikigai." And I said, "What's that?" And she said, "Ikigai in Japanese means the reason for being." I never heard of this before in my life. So in all honesty, I really thought she was swearing at me at the time. Eventually she explained that people in Okinawa are the tropical southern islands of Japan, are known to live a happy and long life. And Okinawa, apparently, after a little bit of research, I found apparently belongs to the 5 blue zones in the world alongside Ikaria, which is a Greek island. So the Greeks in the crowd will relate. Costa Rica is another area, Sardinia, close to Italy, and a few places in California. So people in the blue zones, turns out they know their Ikigai. So I was sold. I was like, right, I'm going. I'm going to Okinawa. And so we flew to Okinawa. And I definitely found my tropical paradise in Japan. That was in October 2014, but not my Ikigai. And I can see why, because I really figured out that Ikigai is something within you, not something you go to a blue zone and find. Right? Anyway, I had to try that though. It was a good holiday. So looking back, really the only thing that made me happy and resonating was my gym and my coaching sessions. That was in October 2014 back then, right? And I was practicing coaching as part of my coaching course at the time. And they were the only things that I would get up to do. And I had a massive to-do list. I can tell you that much because, first of all, my declining bank account as I have quit was quite a scary thing to watch. Secondly, because I needed to actually look for a job. I needed to figure out what I want so that I can actually look for the right job, update my CVs in the right way while going through existential crisis. I had a lot of essays to write as part of my coaching course as well. And my mom was pushing me to study Japanese because I may have needed it in my career change and the whole existential crisis I was going through. But the funny thing is I wasn't doing any of these things. And why? Because actually I could see no meaning in them. So I already knew what I wanted to do. Is just I just couldn't motivate myself to do all the other things that I should be doing. So when we start paying attention to what we find meaningful, there is no drama. There is only truth. So show me now on the chat who wants to find their Ikigai. I want to see some yeses in the chat now. Did you always carry the bow, Nick? Yes, thank you very, very, very much. So here it is. Here is a model. It's a Western model. It's not a Japanese model, but it seems to work. And this really helped me at a time when I was looking for answers that I couldn't make sense of. So this is called the Ikigai model. And it consists of 4 key questions that you can see there. What you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. And in the middle, the sweet spot where all circles overlap, lies our meaning. So looking back, my own personal struggle to find meaning obviously led to my calling, as you know. And fast forward now, coaching and well-being are the cornerstones of what I stand for. Funny, huh? So, and the only difference I can tell you between a purpose seeker and a purpose leader, a person who leads by their purpose, is a choice to actually honor your purpose. That's it. There's no other difference. That's it. So let's start your own Ikigai. So let's go. So now's your chance to start thinking of all the circles of the Ikigai model you have just seen. So I want you to type in the chat your top 3 strengths and talents. Don't overthink it. I want you to let me know what are the things that you're great at. Don't overthink again. Just give us in the chat 3 things that come to you naturally that you're great at, that people consider are your talents, or even you consider are your talents. Show us what you're made of. Creative, says Pablo. Comms, mentoring, connecting, absolutely, Nick. Vina, leadership, energy, multitasking. Tell me about it, girl. Galiroi, humor, writing. Oh my God, it's moving very quickly. People, person, creating, thinking, energetic. Amthiko, Sandina, courtesy. I love that. Platon, leadership. Nina, comms, selling, organized, communication, creativity, kinesthetic. Emotional intelligence. Paul says analytical, public speaking, persistence. Cassia says creating communication, expression. Anthony says leadership, communication, empathy. What a superpower. Ilona, leadership, practical, organized, communication. Letitia, good listener, multitasking, empathy. Ooh, we've got some common themes. Stavros, loving people, macroeconomics, creativity, presentations and multitasking. Yes. What else? What else? Give me your talents. You've got more. Tell me. Loving people. I love that. Somebody's typing, so I'm waiting, I'm hanging on. Consummate professional, Iraqi's connecting, empathy, practical, Cici, leadership, tenacity, absolutely, Cici, emotional intelligence, and a beautiful smile. Awesome. So guys, right, when you don't think about it, things start coming. And these are your superpowers. These are your strengths, your talents. So hold on to them. Now, let's go to the second one, which is what are your interests, your passions? What do you love? So give me 3 passions, hobbies, or topics you end up researching when you want to procrastinate. I do that a lot. So I know people who obsess about bathroom tiles. When I want to procrastinate, we're among friends. What do you end up procrastinating about? Interest, passions, love. Okay, curious, creative communication, says Kate. Nina says traveling, good food, beaches. Tell me some good beaches. I want some for this summer. Food, research, traveling, guitars. Yes, Nick. Food, deep tech. Anthony says DIY, sports, holiday. Sophia, education, architecture, traveling. Costadina, teaching, singing, socializing, dancing, giving advice, traveling. Amazing. What else do you do when you're procrastinating, when you don't want to work? Kathleen, cleaning. Yes. Watching TV, deviating from my goals. I do that. Cassia, DIY projects. I know you do, Cassia. Home renovation, content creation. Ilona, singing, guitar. Oh my God, it's moving quickly. Zacharias, help motivate people. Future, discussing with friends. Behavioral psychology. Baking. Yes. Sarah, travel, nature, food, sex, and a lot of procrastination. Yes, my girl. Woohoo. Katerina, dancing, making others laugh. Absolutely, chat. Kay, gardens, tidying, reading. Come and tidy my house and do my garden. Let's read together. Amazing, right? So some of our passions are hobbies, what we love, essential parts of our Ikigai. Iraqi sports, giving psychological advice, and nature. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let's trace those things, right? They come naturally. We know what we're doing when we are really in our flow and in our zone. Now, this is a little bit more tricky, but I don't want you to overthink it. As I said, what can you add value to? And perhaps you can think of what skills do you have that can be paid for? I'm not saying about lucratively get paid for, but actually, what do you have available to you that could be valuable to others, that you could be rewarded for, perhaps? But simply just think of it as how can you be valuable and useful to somebody else? Like, even if it is, I cook nice curry, it works. Okay. Nothing is too little to go on your Ikigai. So give me some joy. What can you add value to for other people? Perfectionism. I love that. Yes, you can find the holes in other people's thoughts, right? And help them have amazing business plans. Tutoring, good listener, problem solver occasionally, Nina. Nadia, I'm a great problem solver. That's the spirit. Okay, playful curiosity for building confidence and leadership. Well, mentoring and leadership. Absolutely. Evaluation, coordination, strategy. Anthony, that sounds beautiful. Zacharias, positive attitude, uplifting, motivating people. Sophia, put everything in order. Wow. So Maria Kondo in the house. Kathleen, helping others to be better, cooking, thinking out of the box. We need some of that. We need more of that in the world. Writing a self-help book. Yes. Helping others to be better, cooking, thinking out of the box. I read that, Kasia. Organizing projects or events. Amazing. So think of skills. Think of Irakli introduced to nature, sports, good listener, teaching, advocate. Thank you, Cosadina. So these are some of the things that you can technically cash in with, okay? People will recognize and reward you for. Keep them in your Ikigai. They're an essential part of it. And last but not least, what does the market world need? What's a problem out there that needs resolving? So tell me in the chat, what are the problems you see? I don't care about what the real problems are, but what are the problems that you're sensitized about, that you deeply care about, that the market or the world has that need resolving? And ideally, you would love to get involved, whether you have the skills or not at this point in time. I don't care about that. But what are the problems that you care about? Happiness, financial independence, diversity and inclusion. Cici, absolutely. Anthony, smarter cities. Zacharias, lack of authenticity. Thank you. Totally. What else? What else? What are the problems out there? Eight, Katerina, self-awareness, expressing feelings. Maria, food. Yes, so much waste of that. Lack of connection, Kostadina, totally. Megan, finding time for leisure, for ourselves to start with, right? We work, 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 reducing inequality gap between richest and poorest. Huge one, Paul. Beautiful. What else? What else? What else is a problem that you are sensitized about, that your heart gets sensitive about, and you really want to resolve? Fresh water, solving logistics and supply chain challenges to remote areas. Sarah, that's specific. Inclusive education for the digital era. Thank you, Fama. Sophia, empathy, treat people as human beings. Healthcare inequality, that's a huge one. Pablo, fakeness. Letitia, cleaner cities. Yes. Team science. Kathleen, everyone in the world matters. Children's psychological insecurities. Teaching them early, right? Fake news. Yes. So much misinformation out there. What is the truth? Where is the truth, right? Lack of justice, says Stavros. People live with no fulfillment. Climate change. Huge ones right there. And what if you could do your bit, right? It's not about accuracy here. We're looking to see, where does your heart beat to make a difference for? And thank you so much, guys. This is amazing. Strengthening the community, says Vina. Creating, promoting great brands. Yes, girl. And recruitment the right way. Totally. Absolutely. So look at how many things individually and collectively you can bring on the table, and you can combine and find your Ikigai. And as I say always, your Ikigai can grow, so much throughout your lifetime, but what will be at the middle of it at any one time will be your truth. How you combine your best gifts to bring this gift that you have within you to the world is going to be unique, because you're going to have a different perspective at every one point in your career. Nina says authenticity. Amazing. So thank you so much for participating. But let me actually tell you what happened when I saw the Ikigai model, and then I read this quote from Aristotle: where your talents and the needs of the world cross, there lies your vocation. I don't know, guys, but when that happened to me at the end of 2014, I had goosebumps like this in my hands. And what's striking is that since 2.5 millennia ago, humans always had the need to find meaning in their work. So suddenly, I didn't feel alone anymore in this quest. I had my aha moment, and it happened when both of my cultures actually held the answer to what I was looking for. So, I have a question for you. What is your purpose? And I would like to see who would like to be able to answer this question in one sentence and without hesitation at a cocktail party once we're allowed out. So show me some yeses in the chat, please, if you would like to have the answer to this question. Yes. Kali, Katerina, Megan, Ed, Letitia, Casadina, Anthi. Woo, Tim. I get hearts. Beautiful. Well, I'd love to congratulate you. Thank you, everyone, for you are a purpose seeker. So these are some real Ikigais. I've got loads and loads and loads, but these are the 4 that I want to show you today. So Elena, from the very first session, her strongest value was freedom and justice. So her Ikigai is to end human suffering. Well, let me tell you, she left her job in finance in New York, and she's pursuing this. So watch out. She's making some tectonic shifts in this space right now as we speak. Kate, care for young people from disadvantaged backgrounds and create change through sustainable opportunities. So Kate is in her final stretch of her career, and just within a month, since we started working together, she hit gold. When she realized this was her truth, she was in tears. And now she was saying that when she looked back, finally, everything else that she was doing in her career now actually connects. The dots are connecting to what she always wanted to do. Mark, very different to everyone else, making people believe in technology. And Mark's magic really lies in inspiring trust and enabling people through technology. And I think we had Nick, right? Deep tech. Those really who feel threatened by technology and those who resisted a lot in organizations, he deeply cares to empower these people and give them the confidence that they need in order to think of technology as the power to do what they want to do at work. So Mark's story is that he remained within the organization and made a change there. So, different routes for people once they find their purpose. So you don't have to always quit. You don't always have to change careers. Most likely what's going to happen for you is you will connect all the dots of your past and the dots will start connecting forward as well for you, whether it's within your industry, your organization, or whether you may need to make a career change, or even some of my clients do start their own businesses as well. And of course, at the end, I put my one, which I mentioned before, democratize human flourishing. And I think this purpose actually led me to decisions I would have never thought or imagined before. Like I decided I'm going to start writing a book, and I already have the first draft and I don't like it. And of course, I'm doing this webinar, which I never thought I would be doing if you asked me 6 years ago. Now, the other thing is that these Ikigais didn't happen by accident. These guys really committed to put in the work week after week. They did not sit there sobbing that life is unfair and how difficult it was for them. They actually took action. It was frustrating at times, and we went through these times together, and we got the essence out of it, their slow burning obsession, as I call it. We found their why. And finding meaning is the single most important ingredient for people to realize their full potential. And so now that you know the art of the possible, that you can summarize your purpose in one statement that deeply moves you and shows you the next steps you need to make in your career. Who would like to know how exactly I get my clients there? Give me some yeses. Let me see. Yes. Yes. Awesome. So let me spill the beans then. Don't judge me. I'm a consultant. I like a diagram. All right, fishbone this time. So I call this Flourish, the homecoming journey to finding purpose. And you can see the 4 steps of my tried and tested method. And you have already started with step 1, which is Ikigai, by answering the 4 key questions. Now, when I work with my clients, I take their Ikigai to 2 levels deeper by decomposing their Ikigai and synthesizing it. I'll explain when we need to later on. But the next step is helping them find their values. And if we've got any coaches in the room, they know exactly why I'm saying that. This is their decision-making compass for the rest of their career and life. Once you know your values, you will know how to make even the most difficult decisions. Now, step number 3 is impact. Impact sounds so fluffy, and I see it being used in the most wrong ways out there. For us purpose leaders, impact is a very quantifiable concept, and I will help you envision the legacy you want to leave behind if you were to pursue this homecoming journey. So for us, purpose and impact are very different things, and impact is very, very much measurable. And finally, the 4th step that I help my clients do is I help them create a roadmap so that they can connect the where they are now and where they want to go once they know what their purpose is. And this can be as versatile as necessary so that they can make sense of their current steps, the immediate steps that they have in front of them, as well as in the future when they articulate their impact and they need to make sense of it. And as you are here, I want to share with you my very special offer, as I mentioned before. So give me a few minutes if that's okay. I've put together an exclusive group course so that you can benefit really from the wisdom that me and my clients have gained in the last 6 years of really following purpose journeys together. And I want to ask you, would you be open for me to share it with you? Just want to check. I don't want to push it on, but would it be okay with everyone if I did that? Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Cool. Okay. So as you've seen, I took each step of the homecoming journey and I've created 4 green and 4 gray little steps, which I call the Flourish journey. And I made it into a 2-hour intensive group session where I will take you step by step through practical exercises to answer your questions live. This is not just an on-demand video course where I tell you what to do and I hope that you will get it done on the other side if you will. This is not a course without accountability. I know that life happens, so I will keep you on track and we will do it together step by step, week after week. So if you're wondering what days these are, they're all Tuesdays, apart from the one-to-ones here that you will see. So you don't have to worry about the yellow bits, but the green and the gray dates are on Tuesdays. So you can consider in the next few weeks your Tuesdays as Purpose Tuesdays, and starting really from 7 till 9 p.m. So similar time to today, UK time. So wherever you may be in the world, try and adjust the time, 7 till 9 UK time. And every other Tuesday, these are the gray bits here, I will be hosting a live Q&A session for you where I will take you together. We will go through your homework because we will have some work to do for you to reflect there and then immediately. So you're not left in your own devices trying to figure out things on your own. I'm going to be there to help you through any potential drama and existential crisis that some of the exercises may cause. So finally, for the webinar attendees only, I give a bonus one-to-one session, which is in July, but you can utilize it anytime before. So in essence, 11 touch points in 10 weeks so that we can tackle you and support you from every angle in order to find your purpose. So you already experienced a little bit, just a tiny bit of the power of the group, right? The accelerated learning that happens by simply seeing and witnessing other people's ways of thinking and what their passions are and how they unlock themselves and what excites them, what moves them, right? And what their hobbies are and what their passions are and so on. So think of this now. This course will not happen in this format. It will happen in a Zoom setting, so much more exclusive, much more intimate, supportive group setting. And you will have plenty of opportunity through the exercises I have designed for you to connect more intimately and interact more meaningfully with the other group members so that you succeed together and learn from each other. Now, as you can see, given the coaching and the facilitation that will happen and the hours that are going into this, in the next 10 weeks, this group course really costs a fraction of its true value. The 3 private one-to-one sessions that you will get alone are worth £750. So you are getting all of this for £450, including tax. Plus, this is a totally risk-free course. What do I mean by that? If you attend the first one-to-one, so we start with a one-to-one, and then the first group session, which are worth together £500, and you decide this is not for you, that's absolutely no problem. I will ask no questions. You will get all your money back. So consider it a gift from me. So why is the price so low, you might say? Well, my epiphany moment really happened when I realized that if my gifts are not accessible to people, I can actually not democratize human flourishing, which is my purpose, right? So it was such a striking moment for me, and I really want to make this accessible to more and more people. But I know it takes a lot of work and a lot of support. So this is really what I'm trying to do here. And I want to ask you, what if you could have a partner in crime, have a group of peers that are also on a similar journey to you, seeking their Ikigai, and really are going to hold you through the frustrating moments, because they're going to be some, okay, let's admit it, but that's okay. You will have support. And really, that's the reason why I want to create a community for you on my exclusive group program. So now is the best time to actually get involved. And let's be honest, Eudaimonia is very small. So your success really matters to me personally, but also it affects my reputation as a brand, right? I'm so small that this is so important for me. And the promise is that I will be here to keep you accountable step by step, week after week. So it's not a video course, as I said, it's not a on-demand thing that you can stream anytime. We will help you, whether you want it or not, towards the end. Okay, but also I want you to have your fellow purpose seekers to apply the necessary peer pressure, because hey, who wants to be left behind, right? It tends to work in a group setting. This is a wonderful thing. So if you know there is more to life than this, and if you know your dreams matter more than just becoming regrets, and if you are committed to finding your purpose and honoring it, I will get you there in 10 weeks solid. So, but don't take my word for it. Here are some of my clients' testimonials that you can go and check out on Trustpilot. So Leah Barbapoulou says, I found the program thought-provoking, easy to follow, and surprisingly effective. Within a few weeks, I got the clarity I have been looking for years. And she says that she managed to see results in such a short time frame. And she talks about Christina, me, that I created a supportive environment with the rest of the participants. And she says that the program was worth the investment, wish I had done it sooner. Another flourisher who attended last year says, simply mind-blowing. The way of seeing opportunities in my life has changed, the sense-making and the meaning-making, right, in our business and in our career, in the way that we create the impact we want to create. I achieved my long-term goal faster with Christina. And Gert, it's a well-structured course, but also a personal road. So very, very personal journey that you will go through in discovering yourself and your gifts and how you can bring them and express them to the world by becoming a purpose leader. And it gives you lots of insights about yourself. Christina is warm-up and mind, a real coach. I have now clarity on my professional road that I have to take. Trust the process. So these are some real people. You can go check them out on Trustpilot. And here is the course, Flourish, how to find your purpose in 10 weeks. And my promise to you is that finding purpose is simple, as I said, not easy, but that's why if you commit to follow my proven process and allow me to support you, I will help you find it in 10 weeks solid. This is my promise. We only have a few spaces because it's supposed to be an intimate setting. We don't want millions of people. Otherwise, we won't have that connection that I promised you about. So you need to decide now if you are jumping on board. And if you book by tonight, midnight UK time, in 4 hours time, you will get the bonus one-to-one session with me for free. So you only have 4 hours. So take action towards your dreams. And if you know anybody who might benefit from this, then let them know. We have a webinar on Thursday so that they can get in. So you can see probably a button if you're curious to go and see the webpage on the top of the page, but also the link is on the chat as well if you want to follow it or check it out later. And hit yes, I am in if you're interested. But very briefly, I'll take you to show you that the joining instructions that will be coming your way will be like this, and you'll have the Zoom links as well. And last but not least, I really want to give you the last piece of what I promised on my outline, on my agenda before. Who would like to know how to design a fulfilling career? Hit a yes in the chat and show me. Give me some yeses, because I had a little bit of a monologue there. Thank you. Awesome. So this is the formula, guys, for a fulfilling career. So write it down. ID and DI. And as you stayed so far, really, I really admire you and thank you so, so much. So think of this formula for the fulfilling career as the 2 dimensions. So number 1 is identity, so ID, and DI is the direction. And identity is who you are, and direction is your purpose. Okay, this is your truth in the now. And I just want to check, is this simple to remember? Because people are making such a big thing about what fulfilling career is all about, but it is that simple, I promise you. Simple, right? Yes, very simple. Can you remember it? Give me a yes if you can remember it, and if you're going to share it with others. Yes, yay, awesome. So look, these are the both dimensions. Both dimensions are absolutely necessary to architect a fulfilling career. And this is because it makes sure that who you are aligns with the direction you want to go into. That's it. So I want to prepare you to have 2 questions And give me some yeses in the chat. If, for example, the first dimension, I'm going to ask you the question, is my current role and career path maximizing who I am? This is your identity dimension. Give me a yes if this is the case for you. Just a sense check or where you are on the fulfillment element. Yes, absolutely. Some of us yes, some of us no. That's okay. It's just a sense check. Excellent. Give me some yeses or not sure. That's also a valid answer. Thank you very much. And the second dimension, the question you need to ask yourself is this role or career path taking me towards what I desire? It doesn't say, are you there yet? No, it is this role or career path taking me towards what I desire, what my purpose is? Yes, we've got some yeses here. No, some honest moments as well, right? Yes, no, maybe, some sense checking needed as well, right? So this is really the barometer. That's it. These are the two dimensions you need to remember when you need to connect with yourself internally and just check that, am I doing the right thing for me right now? Is this aligned with who I am and where I want to go? And hopefully, when you answer these two questions absolutely honestly, you will know the answer of whether this thing is the thing you need to take down the line. Sarah says, I don't know who I am yet, but that's possible to find. So, Sarita, thank you for your honesty. And that's no problem. These are inquiries that we have answers to, and we've got step-by-step processes to help you get there. So thank you very much for your honesty, guys. So I promise you that even if you are, or sometimes it all happens, right? It happens to all of us. Sometimes I do use this. I come back to this just to make sure that I'm not going off track. It happens to all of us, right? If we're not connected. Even if you get lost, if you keep asking these two questions, ID and DI, honestly, you will find your way back home to fulfillment. Thank you, Kathleen. Not currently working, so need to find the right direction. That's absolutely possible. So I want to slowly close our webinar. I promise it will be an hour. So I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to give me what they will keep from the webinar today. I hope there is something for everyone to take away. What is one thing that you have learned today that you want to keep with you? Put something in the chat for me to be able to see and for others to be able to take away. Ikigai. Yes, absolutely. ID and DI, Ikigai diagram. Yeah, quite an eye-opening diagram, right? Clear on my strengths, beautiful. ID and DI are important. Megan and Thea, yes, Kathleen, importance of purpose. Key ingredient, Kathleen, absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. And while you're typing, very quickly, I haven't forgotten my promise. I want to go to Okinawa, me too. But we won't find our Ikigai there, I tell you. We'll eat well, though. So for those of you who have stayed, we have kept the attendee list now. So we will email the purpose cheat sheet to you tomorrow. So stay till the end. And last but not least, this is my last slide, I promise. To wrap up, I have created the Flourish method based on all the wisdom my clients and I have gained from our purpose journey. So it's not just something we put together. We have actually gone through the pain of it. So we know exactly every step how it will unfold for you. So my mission is to transform you, purpose seekers, into powerful, authentic purpose leaders wherever you are in your chosen field. And as you know, the purpose mindset is very different to the job and career mindset. And I truly hope to welcome you on our exclusive group program next week. And if you know anyone who needs to hear this, who needs some direction, let them know there's one more webinar on Thursday. Send them on so that they can get access to this exclusive offer. I only sell it through the webinar. So please go ahead and book by midnight UK time to get the extra bonus one-to-one session, private session with me. That's only available for the next 4 hours. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And now we will look at any questions you may have. Pop them on the chat, but where the question mark is. So go type there, but say ask a question and shift to that, and then we can answer all your questions. Guys, you were amazing. Thank you so much for your energy today. It was really, really, really empowering over here. I didn't feel alone for a moment. Thank you so much, Zacharia, Letitia. So these are some of my contact details as well on the chat if you want to link up with me, if you have any questions you want to ask me. Thank you, Marina. Thank you, Megan. You can always reach out to me if you've got any specific questions and so on, but you can also ask them now so that I can give the benefit to everyone to answer those questions for you. Costadina, it was such a positive energy. I know it's your energy, guys. It's coming through. I'm not doing anything. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you for listening, and thank you for participating it fully. Is a 10-week course 350? No, it's 450, Kathleen, including tax. Okay, thank you so much. So ask me your questions. Any questions from the audience? Awesome, Kathleen. If you need the link, if you need to go to the product page, go to the top of the screen. You should be able to see a little button that says Eudaimonia Flourish Seminar, and you can click on it. Otherwise, reach out to me. I think we can put the link again on the chat. Thank you, Thomas. So grateful. Thank you, Kathleen. I don't know if I can scroll. We can put any questions you may have on the chat, on the screen. Perhaps if you want to ask any questions, put them on the question mark tab. And if you want to link up with me, these are, if you scroll a little bit up, we can put it again on the chat as well. These are my contact details, so reach out to me in private if that's better for you. Otherwise, ask a public question. Any questions on purpose or on the models or anything that you wanted me to answer for you? No? Silence? Do we have any questions? I read 5 messages. I can't see them. So Costadina has a question for us. How do you face the inner demons of insecurity after our purpose is released? Wonderful question, Costadina. Thank you so much for this question. So this is the next step, isn't it? And the next step looks like this. There's going to be fears that come up. There's going to be resistance that comes up, because it means that you need to realign your train to change tracks sometimes, okay? And this can be scary. But the good news is that you'll have a lot of people in your tribe that are going through the same shit. And we the team has gone through these things before. We can link you up with people who are going through it, has gone through it. But in coaching terms, very simply, we have a way in which we unlock the fears, and we look what associations you have made in your head, in your heart, what you have linked up. And normally fears are linked up with our self-worth, with how people perceive us. Who will I be if I change this now, if this doesn't exist for me anymore, if my career is not the right one anymore, right? So these thoughts will come. We cannot stop these thoughts to come, but what we can do as coaches is we can dial up your courage, and we can dial up your ability to be able to reinforce, more healthy beliefs and thinking patterns and mindsets that will enable you to come out of feeling stuck. Because fear holds us back, right? But we'll push you. Hence the peer pressure as well in the group, right? We will push you to go over whatever you need to go over so that you can start making progress towards the direction you want. It's not about having to be dramatic in any way. A lot of people that I know of and that I'm working with, they are carrying on their work for a while if they are in work, and they are creating the new direction. But some of them, as I said, and actually a lot of them, nearly 40% of them, they don't feel they need to change their industry or their job, or, they might want to change their organization, but, they don't need to necessarily make massive changes in their career to actually bring themselves on purpose. And I've done a Facebook Live as well over the weekend, and purpose is really about bringing our authentic self to work. It's much more bigged up than it should be. It's really being able to be authentic wherever we are, in any industry, in any workplace, at any one time. And I think this is what we have forgotten, and this is our superpower. So I don't know if that answers your question, Costadina. Fears will be tackled, and there is for the coaches in the room. I know Kay is a coach. There is a very standard methodology with which we unfold and untangle your fear so that you can move on and move forward. Even if you feel the fear, you'll find the strength and the courage to move forward in the direction that's true and honest and right and authentic for you. There was another question, just to identify. So you are a career coach or a mentality coach? Great question, Irakli. So may I say, with Kay's permission, if she's still around, it's the same thing. A coach is coaching as a training is based on psychology and a lot of psychological models. So in essence, the way we think, the way we are wired in our psyche is a very standard way. Most people follow certain models, and there's certain patterns. So what coaches are trained to do, we're not clinically trained like psychotherapists and psychologists to fix situations. So we work with healthy people, but thought patterns are very common across humanity. And for example, one of the biggest common fears of humans are that I'm not worthy, and that I'm not good enough to pursue my purpose in this case. So these are very, very common. At the bottom of every fear and every hesitation, there is a thought pattern, a negative thought pattern that goes on. So what we are trained as coaches, career coaches, mindset coaches, mentality coaches to do is unlock those patterns, make them obvious for our clients so that they can see for themselves the associations they're making that are not healthy in their mind. So why would we associate the fact that we have to change career with how worthy we are in the workplace? So these are some of the common ways in which we are wired, and what we help our clients do is untangle those tangled pieces of string, and actually straighten them up and say, okay, this is not related to this, and how can we actually enable you to move forward step by step. So yeah, we're trained to do that. So yes, perhaps it's to answer your question, is the same thing. Any other questions? Maybe I have missed a question. I don't know, Fenya, if I have missed a question from before. Chris, so are you doing like private training sessions? Yes, I do one-to-one sessions throughout the year, but this is the only time of the year around April that I launch my group course to give access to this knowledge and this methodology to many more people in a group context. So this is what we do. I don't know if that answers your question. Chris, do we have a question from Cece? Can you quickly share the schedule of the group program? Absolutely, and it's also on the webpage that you will go. If you go down to the Q&A, you will find it. But these are the dates. Basically, from next Tuesday, this we can move. So the yellow bits can move. These are one-to-one, so literally we can put them anytime you guys are available, but these are immovable. So the green and the gray ones are immovable, and they're from 7 till 9 p.m. Occasionally, we can record them and send them off to you if you cannot attend and if you know it from now. But in general, I would love you to be there in present, because we do exercises. So I want you to be there to do them. Does that answer your question, Cece? Thanks, says Chris. How can we mute or unmute ourselves? Good question. I don't know that. I'm not sure we can do that, actually. Can we do that? I don't know if anyone of the team can answer this. You can unmute yourself if you're from the team, Antonio or Antonio or Joe. I don't know how to answer this question, I'm afraid. Chris? Maria, what if we are focused too much on our purpose and lose focus to the other aspects of our life? Would that be a case? Well, I love your question, Maria. You cannot lose perspective from the rest of your life, because purpose is your life. So for me, it doesn't really make, how can I put it? It doesn't really make any sense to say that you are focusing on purpose, but you're not present with the rest of your life, if that makes sense. Purpose will really align all aspects of your life, because think of it as your truth. Think of it as your alignment. It's a recalibration. And eudaimonia as a concept in Greek means ultimately human flourishing, which is enabling yourselves to be balanced, to be in harmony, to be in a well-being balance, if that makes sense. So you cannot figure out purpose unless you can be mentally well at the end of this. I mean, it would be suicide. And yes, I know there is the American model of working too much and, you know, being Elon Musk and not sleeping ever, but more and more people are acknowledging, thankfully, role models like Ariana Huffington, you know, Jeff Bezos, and so on, that sleep is important, well-being is important, being, you know, in line with, you know, our health is important. So for me, although I put my hand up, sometimes my life looks a little bit imbalanced depending on, you know, when we are launching this program and so on. But today, literally, I made sure I meditated, I read, I danced, you know. So it's very important to actually find your rhythm. So I would say purpose will allow you to find your rhythm, your music, and actually keep honoring that music in your life. So for me, I cannot say you would have found your purpose without doing all the rest. So I hope that answers your question, Maria. So it's not a one-way street, but it's important to honor it. And if you are to honor it, you need to honor everything else in your life that's important for you, and you need to take with you. Because remember, fulfilling career, you need to not only know your direction, but you need to take yourself with you down that road. Otherwise, you can't go down that road. It will be somebody else's direction, not yours. There was another question, sorry. I hope I answered your question, Maria. Platon, if your new purpose becomes risk of surviving, give up your job, how do you cope after if you have a family to support? So you will figure out a way to do it. And I think somebody mentioned somewhere before about perfectionism. Forget perfectionism. Purpose is messier, perhaps, than you think. But, you know, it doesn't have to be this one-way thing that you can wholly focus on purpose. I say to my clients, because I've got a lot of people who have children, families, mortgages to pay, you know, children to send to universities and so on. So a lot of my clients start pursuing their purpose and it's not the way they want it and they get upset. And we find a way to honor their family commitments, but also their purpose, the thing that makes them excited, the thing that gives them a reason for living. So it's about balance, right? It's about finding your balance, your rhythm, your music. So it's not about just doing the one thing and forgetting everything else, as Maria said. So absolutely, how can we make you not cope but thrive after you have found your purpose and actually have a family to support? You take them with you. Hopefully they want to go down that road and have these critical conversations. So absolutely possible. Purpose is not about being perfect and having the perfect lifestyle. It's about making it happen no matter the circumstances. So I hope that answers your question, Platon. Kathleen, will there be handouts or source materials and resources? You mean during the course? Absolutely. Yes, I will be sending you the actions to do, and we will be working with you through it. So any questions you have, any support you need, resources, you know, you will have on your inbox after the group session for sure. Cici, thanks. Yes, excellent. Any more questions that we have from the audience? Christina, that makes sense. Sleep is important and self-care. Absolutely too. Yes, Chris. Georgia, thank you, Christina. Very helpful and great food for thought. Thank you guys for the feedback. And if you've got any questions coming up, you know where to find me. If we can put my contact details again, amazing, amazing. You can see them here. You can link up with me on my social or my email. I will respond to you tonight or tomorrow latest. Go to the group course, check it out. And if you know anyone who might benefit from this, let them know. I do it only once a year at this price point so that we can spread the word and enable more and more people to flourish and create the world where nobody is shortchanged from their full potential. Last question, Georgia. Do you do groups of 2? We can consider this if you don't want private, but you don't want the group. But the group will be quite intimate, so we've got a cap. So hopefully you'll be able to operate. But yes, let's consider it. Let's consider it. And most of the exercises you will be doing in pairs as well. So yes, there will be that intimacy, and that's why we want it small, so that we can control it and we can make sure where everybody is on the journey, right? Excellent. Thank you, Georgia. Any more questions from anyone? I don't know if I missed any questions. Fenya, if I have, do let me know, because I don't want anyone to go without having their question answered. I don't know if we answered the unmuting question. I don't think we can unmute, but if we can. Cassia, Christina, is Flourish available only in English? I have been wondering if I can provide it as a gift. Yes, it's only available in English, I'm afraid, simply because we've got an international crowd. In the very rare occasion where everyone can speak Greek, which I doubt, but in case we've got the situation, I'll ping you and we can consider it. But yeah, we had quite a heavy Greek crowd today. Yeah, at the moment, the plan is to offer it in English, to answer your question. Any more questions? I don't know, Fenya, if I missed any other questions. Okay, so unless we've somebody's typing up. So while you're typing up, very quick sip of water for me. It's a long question. I'm coming close because I can't see, I'm that old. Would mind to give us a few tips for becoming more self-aware? Amazing, amazing question. Wow, where to start? I'd say the easiest way to become more self-aware is to feel your emotions fully and not numb them. So today, personal declaration, as we are only a few left. Not that I would mind, but you know, I need to lead by example and bring my full self to this. You can ask the team. I was so nervous beforehand, but I didn't avoid it. You know, I expressed it, I said it, I felt it fully. I laughed with it. Earlier this morning, I made sure, you know, when I wanted to have tears, I made sure I let them flow on my cheeks. You know, don't ask me why. I wasn't like, it's not like somebody died or something, but it was my emotions, right? So I let them be. And I have been terrible at this when I was in my consulting career, especially. I was like, it was quite a macho culture. So I used to compartmentalize very much. I had no feelings. I had to always be professional, be there, keep smiling, keep accepting everything. You know, there was abuse, there was all sorts of things going on. I was like, no, keep smiling. This is your job to be professional, take it in, not express any emotion. It broke me. It broke me. So to answer your question, Chris, tips to be self-aware: feel your emotions fully as much as possible. This is the only way to be truly connected with yourself and actually allow them to pass. Because otherwise, if I keep holding it in, then I end up bottling it up. So no magic there. I'm not going to go into, okay, you need to do meditation, this and that. No. Start with, if an emotion comes up, be open enough to allow it to come out. You know, you may need your privacy at that time or whatever. If you want to laugh, just laugh. I mean, who's going to say anything? We're working from home nowadays. So I crack myself up most of the time. Or occasionally I text my team on WhatsApp and I'm like, hey, have you seen this? And so on, or um, feel our emotions fully. This is the first step to self-awareness, I would say. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope it does. Feel fully. And then if you're authentic and if you can allow yourself to go there every single time, your ability to feel will be bigger and bigger. And once you do that, then I think nothing really can take it away from you because you are connected. And when you are connected, you're powerful, I think, anyway. So today, I was fully connected with you. You allowed me to go there. You gave me all your energy. This is what gave me a lot of life and energy to keep going. And I wouldn't change that for a moment. Kathleen, just need to sleep in this wonderful offer and think about it as normally have a theater group on Tuesdays and currently rehearsing online. I see. Do I have to book by midnight or will Thursday do? Sorry to ask, but needed to know. Thank you. You can come on Thursday, which is in the 4 hours after 8 p.m. UK time. I open again the window for the bonus session. But if you say, look, you're interested and so on, you can come in on Thursday and book then so that you can get, your bonus one-to-one session for free. If you book outside of this time zone, then it will be unfair for others who will book during this time to give you also the bonus. So make sure you jump in onto the Thursday one, similar webinar, but make sure you get the link so that you can book then, if that's okay with you, Kathleen. Absolutely sleep over it. I feel I've missed a couple of questions. I hope that answers your question, Kathleen. And there was one more question I think I missed. There was something from Kathleen and then Stavros. Thank you, Christina, for this very elaborate and encouraging talk. Many, many warm regards to all. Thank you, Stavro. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for your contribution. Everyone's energy was great. Absolutely. Thank you. Sure, I understand, Kathleen. It will be Tuesday sessions only, right? Yes, it will be Tuesdays only 7 till 9 p.m. We had to choose a day. It happened to be a Tuesday, Purpose Tuesdays. So yes, and I would love you to be there in person. Otherwise, you miss the joy of interacting and allowing you to feel fully. Now that we opened that conversation, I will get you to feel fully during those sessions. Ileana, thank you. Thank you, my girl. Chris, amazing session. Greeting from Acropolis. Thank you so much. Any more questions? You know where to find me on my contact details. And also you can press the button. And of course, you're going to my website. So if you get lost, there will be a contact form. You can always ping me. And if you email me before midnight, any problems, questions, issues you have, then we'll consider it, as it was done within the time zone thing. If you are committed, but, for whatever reason, something doesn't work out for you, just let me know. Okay. So grateful, guys. Thank you. Thank you very, very much for staying on. And Kathleen, great. Okay, wonderful. Thank you for a great session. Arigatou gozaimashita. That's in Japanese, guys. We've got a multilingual team here. I love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you, Thoma. So many, many kisses, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. And if there's anyone out there that needs to hear this, we'll go one more session coming up on Thursday. Once a year, I open Eudaimonia's platform and group course for everyone to be able to have access to this journey. So let them know. Thank you, Cici. Have a great evening, all. Thank you, Christina, says Cici. Thank you. Take good care, guys. So we'll close the call. You know where to find me should you need to connect with me on social. Let's put once more the link so that everyone can get it. And then we will close the call today. Thank you so much, guys. Take good care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.